Hello guys, I'm HDN Rock 17 HDN whatever. People call me different things. That's not what we're here for. I'm here today because I've seen a lot of people asking for tips and tricks and well, not tricks but more like tips on how to be better, how to be better at certain things, how to get, you know, this done and that other thing. So I'm trying to just make a quick video about things that you should do and should not do when you play Spellbreak. Since Spellbreak came out about a week ago, 6 days I think it is, and right now, it's been great. It's been fantastic actually. I actually have a picture somewhere. Where's my phone? I don't see. I'm pretty sure, if I remember well, and hopefully I can put a picture in the screen for you. But it's been 2 million players playing Spellbreak, 1.7 million hours watched on Twitch, and 7 billion damage done with spells. So yeah, you guys been going at it out there with lightning and rock and poison and stuff. I'm pretty sure those half of those damage are coming from the frostborns over here. but yeah, so um, let's start. Let's begin. One of the first tips that I can give you is enjoy the game as it is. I see a lot of people um, frustrated because it's not like I can't do this that I could do in another battle royale, or I cannot do this that I wish I could do. This is a different game. All right, it's not Fortnite, it's not Apex, it's not Warzone. It's its own game. This is an amazing opportunity we've been giving here to um, just develop a new genre of battle royale for per se, and who knows, even as its own. I know there's other things like Overwatch and stuff, but this is very unique. I think we can all agree, right? And not only in the battle royale genre, but I don't know who else who they can put other things like other games, team deathmatch, capture the flag, or things like that of a sort. Not exactly specifically those things, but game modes per se, right? So first tip: enjoy the game as it is. Just adjust, get used to certain different things. I know we're all feel weird when we get out of the comfort zone, but this is good. This is a good thing that is different. That there's these differences from other games because um, we get bored eventually of the same, constantly the same, and that's how games don't become successful and don't blow up because they just are copycats in a way or another of other games. So that's my first tip. Enjoy the game. It's an amazing game. You should be enjoying it. My second tip is classes. Pick a class that you like and stick with it. Okay? Well, I will say two because you will need a second hand. But master one for sure. Find out what kind of uh, play style you have, what kind of game you like to have usually, and stuff like that. If you play solo, just adjust to pick the one that you want and stuff. And if you're playing in squads with your team, see which works better for you as a whole, as a team. Not just to work for your team, but what how you feel better in that kind of environment. So obviously we have different ones. We have Stone Shaper, which is the one I usually been using. I actually started using with the Frostborn, but since I'm playing in the PlayStation right now, I'm playing on my computer, playing PC and PS4. But since I play a lot in PlayStation, it's not as accurate. I'm not as accurate with it, I guess. Me personally, I'm not as accurate with Frostborn, which is the ice and the shots. I started playing other ones like Fire and Toxicologist, but Stone Shaper has wrestled with me for a little while, so I'm pretty good at it, and I'm gonna stick with it for a little while. My second one, believe it or not, it's Lightning, which is at the bottom. I haven't played by itself a lot, but when I play Stone Shaper, I picked the Conduit, so that I can take people off of the air with it if I need to. But yeah, so we have Stone Shaper, we got Tempest, Toxicologist, Firemancer, Frostborn, and Conduit. Different class do different things. If you know what the class do, you want to skip a little bit more ahead to other tips and things. I'm just gonna go quickly over this. Uh, Rocks, Stone Shaper, just throw gigantic, massive. Well, no, not massive, but you throw rocks at people. You can obviously read the classes right here. It gives you max armor plus 20, which means you land and you already automatically have an armor. It's not filled, but you have it. On cast shockwave, crash to the ground. When you I need to let you know that this is per every time you go into the net circle or you're inside of a circle, you get one of these levels right here. So in the first circle you get this one, second circle you get the second one, third circle you get the third one, and you get the point, right? So in second circle on cast, when you cast shockwave, which is it's basic, I guess I call them basic attacks, but spell, um, you crash to the ground. So instead of just waiting until you hit the ground for it to actually hit the ground, it just crashes to the ground and hits it, right? The third one just throws a big gigantic ball of freaking rock, just earth to it, earth bending over here, and it grows as it flies. So it gets bigger the farther it travels. And when you get to the last one, you can actually throw two of these things, which is pretty great. This is a class that you want to get close and personal, but since you also have these rocks, you can shoot them at them, excuse me, from the distance. So uh, it's pretty well balanced, I would say. You can take people out of the I got amazing place with just I want people to try to stay on the air. I'm like, foo, foo, poo, that's what you get, and it's great. Tempest. So this is your air bending. Avatar, the last airbender. I love it. Anyways, Tempest. So this is mainly to play from the air. When you're in the air, you have certain things, and it's good. Let's read it. On wind shear, ground hit, wind jump. Okay, so when you hit your I'm gonna call the spells. I'm gonna call them your basics because I feel like that's just what it is. Just basic attack. When you hit your basic attack on the ground, it will push you off the ground. This also works against walls. So if you can avoid a hit from a fire a ball just by you react to it, you hit the button and push yourself away from it and from the wall, and you didn't get hit just because you used your basic to get away from it. It's just very helpful to get really quick ground on like up going vertical and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. The third one is called an air. For 1 second, spell damage plus 20, and an air incoming damage reduction plus 10%, which it's freaking great. So when you're in the air, you can get plus 20% damage, and you get minus 10% incoming damage. So you take less damage. And the last one, when you're in the air, you sorcerer's cooldown speed plus 100%. So you pretty much can cast this instantly right after it, right? So Toxicologist, this is one of my favorite ones, although I haven't played it much, obviously. No, it's not bad. Viscosity, toxic spray, leaves sticky toxic puddles. So when you throw your thing, your power just sprays a little bit and leaves puddles that if people walk through, they'll get poison damage. Banishment. So when immunity, you're toxic, you get immune to the cloud. So in the first one, when you're in here, you throw your cloud, which is your second attack. It's called, what do they call it? I don't remember what they call it. Spells. I don't remember what they call it. But it's your touch cloud. So when you throw the touch cloud, in the first one you actually get damaged by it, but in the second one you don't get damage anymore. And when you actually enter it, you go invisible for 3 seconds. So that's pretty helpful. You can see some crazy videos on YouTube of people doing really really great. Outbreak. While invisible, you touch the spray, your basic right here, uh, gets plus 75% damage, almost double the damage. That's insane. So if you're really close to somebody and you hit all the other sprays, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Okay. So, but even if you're far away and you only hit one of the things, because when you throw it, it just sprays a little bit. I think it's four more or less. I think I seen four or five. It sprays out just like little bubbles. Um, you get more damage to it. And when the last one, touch the cloud plus 2. So when you shoot your clouds, it will shoot 3. So it's not 2, but it's gonna be 1 plus the other 2. So you have 3 to make more damage. Walk through, hit a fireball on it, so it will make a huge explosion, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a really great class. And I forgot to say, Tempest is just, you want to try to stay a little away from people. That's the point. You're in the air, you get things. From toxicologists, you can do kind of both. You can stay away from people a little bit and hit people from behind, but this really excels when you learn how to play close by. Why? Because you throw that toxic spray, you go invisible, you get close to somebody, and you throw a toxic spray, hit all of them on one person, lethal, lethal. Firemancer. It's a mid to close range, and it's good because the fireball has area damage, a lot of area damage when it hits. Not a lot, but it increases as you go. So combust on there, hit ignite target 2 seconds, so it will the person will burn for 2 seconds, so it will be a little extra damage. And the radius is plus 200%, huge. Firefly, so when you put your wall down, which is the flame wall right here, you go through it and you fly for 2 seconds. That's great. That's great. You add that to your own fly, to your dash, stuff like that. That's great. Paralysis. The firewall causes plus 100 damage, double the damage if you hit it or people walk through it, and if that's for 2 seconds. So I don't remember for how long the kind of flame wall lasts, but you know, it's 2 seconds out of the whole time that it's gonna be there placed. Conflagration, I don't even know how to say that. When fireball hit, spawn 4 smiley fireballs. So when you hit, from that fireball that you hit, 4 will come out and hit around it. So that's a lot of splash damage in this class. Like I said, meant to close range. If you are not really that good at aiming per se, this is a good class for you. Frostball. Everybody loves Frostball. I think I love it when I start playing on PC a little bit more because of the aiming. But this is your sniper. Alright? You like sniping people, taking cool shots across the map? This is it. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've been like, yeah, I'm good, I'm getting away. Boom! Game over. I'm out in the lobby. Just because somebody sniped me from across the map with this thing. But let's look at it. This is like, actually, like I say, sniping, so it's pretty long range. It actually says all the classes, it tells you here, but you can play how you like. Frost Alacrity. Say Alacrity, okay. Ice Lance leaves the trails 150% faster acceleration on ice trails. So when you shoot your bow, the arrow will leave under on the ground an ice barrier, not barrier, an ice sheet. This is just like a little thin sheet of ice, and you can walk to it, and it will just, your players will skate. Now, this can be used also by teammates and by enemies. So, if somebody's after you, chasing you, they can use your ice to chase you down as well. When the ice, after a couple seconds, a few seconds, the ice will melt, leaving water on the ground, which conduit can shoot to it and electrify you. Yes, so classes work together in a lot of ways. guys. So you can be running away from somebody with your lightning, and somebody's after you, and the ice becomes water. You turn around with your lightning, shoot at it, more damage, just like that. They could be on the other side of the. I'm sorry, I got a scratch. Apologies. But they could be on the other side of the trail, and you hit one side, and it hits you a little bit. Icicle. Ice lands hover in mid-air while aiming for 5 seconds. So you can literally shoot there, sit there in the air, all Matrix like, and wait for that shot, calculate it, hit it. Bye bye. Go to the lobby, homie. See you next time. Highlight targets while aiming. So you will see a little highlight. I think it's red. You highlight so you can see better. Immune to damage. Tundra. Immune to damage while casting Flash Freeze, which is your second one. It's an area of effect around it. So when you're casting it, you're immune to all damage. Not only that, but after you finish casting it, you're inside of it for a little while. They will get frozen, and being frozen in this game, it's extreme, because if you sit put for a little while and a couple things hit you, you can be done. You can be going bye-bye. Ice Breaths. Ice lands overcharged for 0.5 seconds for plus 35% damage. So what this means is if you just click in the thing, choose, but if you hold it for 0.5 seconds, it will give you an extra plus 35 damage, which is a big deal for those long range snipes. And finally, Conduit. Let's do it. People love this. This is the one that you gotta keep up with a lot of things to play it. But it's not that bad. You could play from close range. I wouldn't say far range. It's pretty mid to close range. But you have a little machine gun in your hands. You do. Potential energy, lightning bolt +1, damage every bolt until you stop casting. Mats +5. So yeah, so you just have a little machine gun in your hand, with lightning until until your mana runs out. You can throw 20 of these things for all I know. But until your mana runs out, you can just shoot people with lightning. Lightning goes pew pew. I read on the Facebook, my Facebook page over there, not mine, but the Facebook page that I subscribe to, not subscribe to, whatever, the Facebook Spellbreak, one of the Facebook pages that I got. If you're not in it, you should go. It's awesome. But you get +1 for every bolt until I stop casting. Until you stop casting. So the 5th bolt will go +5 damage, which it's good. On cast lightning strike, +1 rune charge, max 1 overload. So yeah, lightning strike right here on cast +1 rune charge. It's pretty self-explanatory. It will just give you a second. I think it's a second, right? This was talking about a second, an extra second. I haven't really played it, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Power surge on cast lightning strike, which is your area of effect. It has an area of effect for it. Minus 100% spell mana cost for 4 seconds. This means you can throw this and then go crazy on your lightning bolts and just go machine gun on these people and hit them pretty hard. Just don't stop shooting. say hello to my little friend, right? Secondary strike, lightning strike +4 strikes. So instead of just putting it down and one lightning hitting them, it will go boom, 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 4 strikes. And if you cut in that thing, it can be quite deadly, especially after since you get the 4-second no mana cost for spells, and you can just go crazy with those lightning bolts. So yeah, these are the classes. I hope that you find the one that suits you and that you really stick to it. At least 2 of them, because you gotta get used to these things. For you to play better, you gotta get used to one. They're all play different. They're not one and the same at all. So really get used to it. One, really play it. Find the one that you like. Even if you don't know how to play it well, if you just like it because it's cool, because it looks cool, then just use it. You will get better at it. Just keep using it. All right. And that's tip number 2. I think my video is like freaking 20 minutes long at this point. So I think this is gonna be it for this one. Uh, that way we can make another one and just continue it, right? So this is the class ones. This is the class one. More tips coming out after this video. Check it out so you can get more, you can get better at these things. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Peace.